G'day guys, welcome back. And I say welcome back, I kind of mean welcome back because we are back from another live stream. We got the Suns and the Crows. Go vote in the poll. I kind of feel like changing the position of the boom arm as well because it's a little bit too close. I had to change it last night, but probably don't need to change it now. Give me a second, chat. Give me a second. I forgot to change the position of it. I feel like it's better off for the stream if I do, so. You won't be able to hear me yet. Well, you will. You won't be able to see me. Come on, let's get this. Right, alright. There we go. Suns by 13, Suns by 8, Suns by 22 is the prediction I've gone with for today. Let's change around this as well. This is certainly the game I wanted to watch of all games this round, so I'm happy I'm able to watch it. I'm hoping this one can live up to the hype. Who we got in? You want me to have a look at the video idea now? Yeah, I can have a look at it, actually. It's a bit light, isn't it? A bit bright. Feels brighter than usual. Not only is it has been a low scoring round, it's just been a really boring round of footy. Synonymous for boring games, though, low scoring games of footy, typically. I wonder why this isn't. Why does Sydney have a buy on your graphics? Because Bitter probably forgot to fucking change it. Seriously, like, he wants me to pay him, but I'm not gonna even, like, it seems like every time there's a mistake. Like, what's the point of having it up there if there are just mistakes? Yeah, that should say, Hawthorn. I might actually just fix that. If he's forgotten, I'll fix it then. So it should be, who has the buy this round? It's Hawthorn, yeah? It's not that big of a deal, but you know, you don't want to be having to fix your own graphics that other people are doing for you. Carter, you streaming all three games? No, I can't be doing that. I wouldn't last a triple header after last night. No chance. I couldn't see myself doing a triple header, potentially as like even like a punishment. I just feel like after the second or third game, like you're not going to get the whole chat from one stream on all streams, are you? Because who's going to be staying on a stream for There we go. Who is going to be staying on the same stream for 8 hours straight? People, I guess there are people that probably would do that, but you'd get different people rocking at different times. I've been told apparently an AFL player was watching my stream last night, so that's good to know afterwards. Would have been actually decent to know before the stream, because some of the stuff on the stream that was a bit crazy. Nothing was taken too out of caution, though. That's good at least. Background sound. What do you mean? Let's just tune in then. If you're talking about the microphone. Which AFL player? I'm not going to say which one. There's no need, but just there was an AFL player. Hello. Am I actually... Yeah, I'm definitely fucking around with the audio there. Turn it down a bit more. Like this. Like this. Turn it down a bit more. The live chat ain't moving. Yeah, that's another thing I'm just going to chuck on the screen. 74 in chat. Yeah, this is going to be a bloody brilliant game of footy. Hopefully it lives up to the expectations. The poll is pretty close. Really close. I thought more people would go the Suns by a little bit more, but it's only 51-49. Let's set the goal for tonight's stream. Let's go... We'll go 200 likes. Yep. For those wondering like why it wasn't working and all that, it's pretty simple. It just wasn't updated. It was just a last night stream. This is either a game of a round or a Suns domination. You don't see it being any chance of an Adelaide domination. If they're the real deal, they could possibly pull something off. You never know. Yeah, Sportingly. Are you going to tonight still? So odd that this is the game of the round. It might not be the game of the round, but a lot of people are excited for this one because Adelaide and Gold Coast from the top four, and they're playing really exciting footy. Sort of to everyone's surprise as well with how dominant some of their wins have been. Because every win that Gold Coast and Adelaide have had in this season have been quite dominant. Yeah, I do sleep, and I slept in till like 12 stat chat. In fairness, like what did I have on Saturday morning? Nothing. But usually when I stream late like I did last night till like 2, 3 a.m, I never get up early the next morning. And if I know I need to get up early the next morning, then I wouldn't be doing a stream that late. I think Richmond this game has a good player's choice. Yeah. I mean, how much really are they going to improve on last week with their player choices? Like, who do they bring in? I didn't check the list, the ins and outs. Riders wants me to do North v Suns. Nah, I'm going to that instead. Poor crowd. I mean, yeah. Normally, if you're going to have a game of the round, everyone's saying you'd expect the crowd to be pretty strong. It's in Gold Coast though, so that's fair. Well, it's not actually as bad as what I initially thought, but a lot of empty seats. Rankin and Dawson. I'll tell you what, if Noah Anderson has a strong game, he might be slotting straight into my fantasy team. G'day, Scotty. Scotty the Hottie. Do you think Kangas and Hawk and Swans will... Yeah, I actually do. I've gone north in that one. You're liking the Suns. Oh, I hope you found the funny side of things with that edit. It's when you make the videos and finish it and edit it after the start of the season, then you actually know how the sides are going to go before everyone else. So yeah, it's a bit unfair, but it's what you sign up for if you get on the channel. I don't know. Is it worth putting the desktop audio on in the background? Are you going to the footy today? Yeah, I'll go North v Suns. Denzel says, how is Georgia? What do you want to know? She's going alright. Made it back home safe. Wow, look at this. No way. What a start. Oh, he's hit the post. Jeez, that would have been one of the better goals out of a stoppage. You'll see. Love just spinning it. Yeah, cheers. I'm pleasantly happy with how it started so far. Hopefully it doesn't just slow down, and that people still watch it throughout the year. And there we go, Ben King. He's the most formed player in the comp when it comes to key forwards. He's kicked 10 in 2 games for his 11th. Have you heard from Blake about this time? Well, if you're on Blaze 17's Instagram, he's posted a few things about his trip. He posted I think recently, him at the Warriors game as well. So Ben King has kicked the first here for the Suns and for the game, and he moves to 11 goals in 2 games and a quarter, or not even a quarter, and 2 minutes. I don't think you heard that. What do we have as a goal song? Boo, 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 boo. Bit of is that Caesar's? Caesar's Palace, yeah. Well, might be called as a more of a defensive game. I feel like surely with the sides battling against each other, it's not as free-flowing. Gold Coast especially, I don't think they're going to concede that big of a score. But it is against Adelaide, so this is going to be an interesting strong defense, or strong defense versus strong attack. I mean, that's fair. It's always dangerous against North Melbourne at home. Actually, no, it isn't always dangerous, but it's dangerous this year, I think. Peatling goes inside. I kind of hope I'm wrong with my big call. I'd actually more prefer to see really high-attacking, free-flowing footy. It's enjoyable footy. And it's a Saturday arvo, so the conditions are perfect for it as well. I believe this is the first game this year where the Crows haven't kicked the opener. Will I be going all 9 gather round games? Probably not. Fuck. The rack for my scarves has come apart. Oh, great kick from Rao. Look at that. Look at that. Free player and Humphreys. Or Humphrey. Oh, great mark. Is that Reed? Yeah, Ethan Reed. So this is a great start for the Suns. Scott asked me if I'm going to S&V North Melbourne. That's Thursday, right? I don't typically go to Thursday games. So I'd have to have a reason to go to that if I were to. But if I did go to that, I might go say hello to you if I find you at the game. But I don't know yet. Yes, I just said I was, Noah. He's got it. It's just snuck in. Suns with the first two here at Heritage Bank Stadium. Or it's People's first, isn't it? It's whatever. They changed their stadium name too often. Bring back Metricon. Have you ever been to Gold Coast to watch footy? Yeah, I've been to Gold Coast probably 5 times to watch footy. I actually went to Gold Coast for a few neutral games when I was on holiday and they had a Gold Coast game on just conveniently at the same time. I'm not sick. I don't have COVID. Well, maybe I actually am sick. I caught whatever freaking Georgia had last night. Fucking hell. Gold Coast 13, Adelaide 0. 16:22 on the clock. O'Brien. Dawson. Watch Dawson have a big score now that I don't have in my team. Well, I do have him in my team, but not as captain. So it doesn't matter as much. For the first time in my life, I got to do Guard of Honor. No, did they, was that through what happened when you went to training? Did they, like, give you the invitation then, or was it already sorted out before that? Why would the Hawks be pretenders? A lot of space here from the Suns. Rioli. Oh, they're going to get another one here. Oh, Ainsworth. Just the kick wasn't good enough. Good tackle. King. I think he's got it. He looks like he's confident. I think he's just kicked it. It looks like he's more convinced than the Adelaide fans behind the goals. It's behind the umpire's call. Off the Adelaide player. No, Luke, I haven't. I haven't yet. I'll definitely need to get a ticket. Yeah, Sun's looking really dangerous early on. What do the Crows have to answer? Keys, it's a good kick actually. Walker, Saligo gives Mac Andrew a bit of a fend off and runs around him. But Jeffrey steals it. Here's Dawson. And it's Thilthorpe. Found a bit of space on Johnny Noble. They look really easy for Adelaide, which is a good sign for them. Yeah, he might have a good chance here. He's 9 goals 2 this season so far. It's a point though. Do you really think I have a Sandful team, mate? I don't ever watch the Sandful as a Victorian. And even if I was a South Australian, I don't really know if I'd be that interested in the Sandful. I mean, I guess with the Sandful, there aren't as many footy games on in the South Australia in the AFL. So if you want to go to a game, you could go to a Sandful game. Whereas for Victoria, you've got enough AFL games in Vic to not bother about the VFL. Well, there are people that actually care more about the Sandful and have Sandful teams and all that crap. that have no association with the club. Like they go literally every week to like a Norwood game. Well, obviously the Saints are in the Sandful. And because I don't live in South Australia. So Lockie Weller now. This is a really strong start for Gold Coast. How many marks inside 50 is this now? Like 3 or 4 already. Almost actually played 150 games, Lockie Weller. You sort of forget how long he's been playing for. From 45 out. And that's going to stay left, so... Slightly more inaccurate start to both sides in this one. No, the Sandford would get no one, really, if they played games during gather round. And where are they going to play their games? I mean, they still have... no, they wouldn't work because all the open training sessions that the teams do for gather round use all the Sandford grounds, so that just wouldn't make any sense. There's always a week off. Confirmed on the Essence socials. I've done the Guard of Honor a few times. I feel like certainly the Guard of Honor is more a thing for the younger people, like more of a kids thing, but doesn't mean you can't do it if you're an adult. I did it last year on the Adelaide Oval twice. You could just, honestly, I just walked up and asked, and they're like, yeah, sure, because it was an away game, so they needed people. But it wasn't even my idea. I'm just like, let's just see what happens. Be kind of cool. The first ever time I was on the ground for Guard of Honor was a St Kilda v GWS game in 2015. Where we lost, I think. My favourite video to record? Probably the ticket video. I mean, this year it'll be there obviously will be a clear standout for favourite video to record, but I haven't recorded that yet. Yeah, I own Rankin. Do you ever play Auskick at halftime on the ground? No, I missed my chance to do that 2011 because I was in Mexico for an extended period of time. So all my mates from... Well, it's weird because it wasn't really Auskick. I was in under 9s when I was in 2011, I think. So it wouldn't have been Auskick, but the under 9s and under 10s I think could still go on the ground. But they're the ones that wear the actual Guernseys for the teams that are playing. I don't know if they still do that. Well, I missed out on that chance, which sucks. Because you'll never get that chance again. I'm not going to be 21 and playing. Hopefully I'm on the ground at halftime for another reason. You never know. I have Rankin, yeah. Someone asked me earlier if I had Rankin, but I can't. For some reason, the app's like frozen. Foggy to get a free here, and I back him in here. He's one of the best set shots in the league. See you next time. Gold Coast by 6. Yeah, have a good one, Scotty. I did an Eagles v Saints game in 2006 at Subi. Oh, you did a Saints game? Yeah, it would have been awesome fun as a kid especially. Out in the big stadium with the crowd. All the adrenaline. Good kick. Great kick. Crows get there first. I just realised that was also muted from the start. Most players wouldn't execute that kick. Playlist guy. Cheers. You know what? Let's carry on the donations from last night. Why not? I want to appreciate all the ones I get and have something on the screen to say thanks. Oh, you were dressed in Saints gear. Yeah, they forced you to do that. I didn't... Actually, I was going to say I didn't know they did it 2006. Think I... No, I think I already knew they were ran then. When did Auskick originate? Was it... Which decade, I wonder? The 90s? Apparently Rankin's been all over it. I haven't been able to check his fantasy score, though. Hopefully it's high. Why won't it let me check, though? Well, I've got a few other footy apps I can use. I don't use this app much anymore, the Footy Live app, but we'll have a look. Yeah, well, that app's not working either. Alright, that's a shit app. Play Fantasy Classic. Maybe my internet is not... Well, according to this, it says he's got 5. But the commentators were raving on about how he's had a lot of clearances. Okay, my hopes went up a little bit. He's only got 8. So I'm not really... Like, who cares? He's got 8. That's not anything to be impressed about. Foldy or Larky, who would you pick for kick after the siren? Probably Larky, I guess, if he's the most accurate. You'd take the better player statistically. I think it's something like 75%. I don't know if it includes out in the falls, but regardless, it's still unbelievable. Imagine how much higher scoring games would be if everyone had a set shot accuracy of 75%. So now it's sort of Adelaide getting a few chances here. Wonder if it'll be a game of momentum. Murphy will kick a point, so Gold Coast get the ball again. Let's check the audio again. No, I'm not watching the Sandful. I've already told you I don't have an interest in the Sandful. Oh, Suns are away here. Oh, great take from Long. Could use him at the Saints. Kick a point, so... Wonder how I can get rid of that static. Oh, maybe this is why. Let's have a look. Ben Long from 45 out, and that's gone straight through the middle. So the Suns respond and kick their 3rd goal, and they have definitely been the better side this quarter. Wonder what this sounds like now. Testing. 3321 plays 139. Testing. 3321 plays 139. I think it's removed it. I just don't like having that filter on for YouTube videos, but I don't mind having it on for streams. Ben Long, 1 kick, 1 goal. Efficient start for him. Surely they retake that bounce. Witz wins the hit out, and Rao, he's been held, but he's still persisting. If you go back to the 2019 draft class, I wonder if Rao would be... Who is a better player, Rao or Anderson? Because I think they've nailed the 1 and 2 picks, the Suns, now that you look at the way they've started this season. Max has donated $1. Anyone watching this from another country in the stream? I always say it, and then the people just say they're from like North Korea, taking the piss. But we've had a few join the streams in the last few weeks from all around the globe, particularly just USA and UK, but still, it's around the globe. Ben Long won't be finding any avenues of goal from 70 out, but he's going to go top of the square. Crows have the numbers here. Ainsworth, Millera. Oh, it's a mark. Will Powell. He's 65 out. Where's Ben King? Where is he? Witz was up. Scholl gets caught. Sure, there's a ball up here. I don't think King's on the ground. I actually think he's off. Can't see him. Oh, Witz. Oh, it's just touched. A second almost goal for Gold Coast. You can hear the Crows fans go, lock it in, boys. Hey, I'm on track here with the over-unders. I've gone under 160. I'm on track here. Maybe a little bit under the mark, but I'm on track possibly here. Witz, Anderson, good tackle. I don't know if sacking Voss is going to be the answer, mate, to be honest, but you can do whatever. Well, you can't do anything, but if you feel like they should be sacking Voss, that's fair. I don't blame you for thinking that. I wouldn't want to be Michael Voss right now, nor would I want to be Simon Goodwin. Whereas, who's the other 0-4 side? Andrew McWalter? Yeah, he's more... You have a bit more lenience with him because he's only been in the system for a year as a head coach. It's first season. And everyone knew West Coast are going to be crap this year. Yeah, how could it be round 4 and there are still teams below Richmond? Miller. Almost pushed there. Ethan Reed. That'll be out of bounds. 6 to go. Goodwin is as cooked as a coach. Or is cooked. I think he's more cooked than Michael Voss. I don't think he's got much more to give. I think he's not able to execute what is required to change things at the club and to get with the times. So I just think a new coach would probably be better off for Melbourne. Yes, he's won the flag for them, so he hasn't been... his services have been certainly appreciated, but I think it's time for him to go. Max, cheers again. What do you reckon the main problem is then, AL? Because some of the decisions Voss has made in the first few weeks, it's very questionable to say the least. Like some of his sub calls, the way they kind of just go into their shells after half time when they hit the lead. I don't know if it's a mindset thing, like if it's something that he's telling the players to do, to like not continue going at it like they were in the first half, or do they just get cooked? Are they not fit enough? I know their skills have been poor, but still, it's not been the only reason they've been losing. Yeah, it'll 100% be alarm bells. It's already bad enough that they're 0-4. But against another 0-4 side, if you're losing to West Coast, or if they played Melbourne as well, imagine a Carlton-Melbourne gather-round game. It'd be a bit of a mock buster, sorry. Anderson, look at that. They've just got a sixth sense, really. And that is ability to find the footy at any stage, any cost. Max with a rookie membership. Cheers, mate. Thank you for that. We've got a few over the last few days on the streams. I've stopped worrying about the memberships as much. It's just like whoever wants to become a member can become one. It's just a second way of supporting the channel or another way. And I'll provide stuff back in as a way of saying thanks, because I'm not just going to have a membership but do shit with it. Again, there's Anderson. You know what? I'm going to leave this on in the background. You'll be able to hear a little bit of the game audio. I don't know. Do you want a box break, Razor? Or are you just saying it? Because I normally do a box break every year. Well, I have. I've literally done a box break every year since 2017. In terms of series, that in a way has been the longest continuing series on the channel. That and I guess the first day of team coach release. Well, right now I'm not buying a box. I'm going to $150. So if I'm getting a box, I'm not paying for it. But if I get my hands on a box and I'm not paying for it, then maybe after gather round, like the week after, or the week after the week after. And it's like a waste because I'm not collecting footy cards this year. People think I am. I get messages every other day. Oh, you know, would you be interested in selling, buying these cards? No, if anything, I'd be interested in selling cards, not buying cards. I'm not going out of my way collecting every single card in the set. I haven't ever really done that in the last 10 years, probably. But I still really enjoy the fun of opening the packs. So I'd be the sort of guy that open the packs, but not keep the cards. I do breaks again. I might do a break this year. It just depends on whether or not I can get a hand on enough boxes. Yeah, I did 4 boxes. And it was a big success, that stream. So I was wanting to do it again in 2024, but just didn't do anything about it, and it became too late. It's almost too late now. You want to really get everything ready before the footy season starts and finals. Not finals and the footy card. Why did I say fucking finals? When the cards are out. Which, I've never seen that before, where a ruckman just throws it out of the ruck contest. He clearly is too tired, or he's quite tired, because he wouldn't normally make a mistake like that. I don't know, Max. Last time I checked, around 150. But majority creators aren't doing what I did for members, so I don't think that's happening again this year. I'm just going to try and be consistent without over producing and going on my streams every single bloody week and saying, hey, become a member, all that crap. So another behind for the Crows, a 1-4. Their lowest scoring quarter, I think, all year, let alone first quarters. They won't pay advantage there. Oh, there's King. On the wing. Peter Laddam's classic from Wits. Oh, I don't remember Peter Laddam's doing that. 50 seconds in the quarter. It's been an alright start. But I had a feeling it was going to be Gold Coast that had more of the control. And we've seen that earlier on. Let's update the fantasy. Let's have a look. Who do we have in this game? We have a few. No Gold Coast players. Ranking on 12. It's weird because I feel like I've seen him a lot in the game. Rankin and bloody Dawson have 12 and 11 combined. Or each. That's shit. 11 seconds here. Crows are having one more chance here. They're attacking. 5 seconds. He's got to go. Keys looks for Thilthorpe. On the siren just about. Look at Dimmer. That's a coach killer. You hate that. As a fan, as a player, as a coach. He could be kicking for his 30 at Thilthorpe in all reality. Yeah, Miller, good luck getting into the path of Thilthorpe there. Actually be a pretty important goal for Adelaide, and he's kicked that straight to the middle. So great finish for the Crows. Very important goal. And yeah, makes the second quarter just a little bit more interesting. The Crows responded there with their second. But it actually is their lowest scoring quarter of the year and their only quarter of the year where they haven't won. I think pretty sure the Crows... let's have a look, actually. Trojan Bike Heavy Duty Pruner, only $19.99. Saxon Garden Cart, $99. Rich Crow 5 kilo blood and bone fertilizer, just $13.93. Where you find a competitor's lower price on the same stocked item will beat it by 10%. Lowest prices are just the beginning. Since the last election, I don't think it's just my phone. I think the AFL app isn't working for anyone right now. Pretty poor. Oh, no, it is. The building industry watchdog against tougher laws to stop criminals getting visas and against tougher sentences for hate crimes and terrorism. Yeah, Gold Coast have been the more dominant side, as you can see. 15-9 inside 50s. What would that mean for our economy? It's pretty even in the contested possessions, actually. If you look at it, it's more even than I was expecting, actually. Noble being best on ground. Thilthorpe's been Adelaide's best target up forward. Draper has started off all right. Why does it do that? Hold up, I'm going to close it so when I change scenes it doesn't just play randomly. Fox Footy never going to change their graphics, Grookey. I've come quite adjusted to their new graphics. I don't have a problem with them really anymore. Like, don't you get a bit sick and tired of complaining about the scoreboard still? Like, everyone was complaining about it in the first round and first couple rounds. That's fair, but it's getting to round 4 or 5. You're becoming familiar with it. You go to Gather Round? Yeah, it's 5 days away, Gather Round. Holy crap, it always comes up so close. You forget about Gather Round and then it just comes up so quickly. And you've got to be on top of it and be all ready for Gather Round. And am I all ready for Gather Round? No, I'm not. Not really. I have a really, really cool video idea that I want to film before the start of the first game at the footy festival on the Thursday, but I haven't even done a single bit of planning for that. I've done a little bit ages ago, but that was really just ideas in my head that I wrote down in my notes, but I want to actually sit down and I've got to go to Officeworks and print a sheet of paper for that as well as another sheet of paper for something else I'm doing. 44.6k we've just hit as well, so that's pretty good. The goal would be hopefully to see if we can hit 45,000 by Gatherand. This first game, the Adelaide v Geelong game. Ambitious, but very possible. It'll happen if we have a video the next few days to just reach, get a wider reach than normal. I think the Gatherand tips every year do well, so that could be one. Do you think both these sides make finals or only one? I doubt there'll be many people don't believe that either side can make finals. I think Gold Coast can make the top 4. I know they've never made finals, so it's going to be difficult to see making that jump, not just to the 8, to the 4, but if they can beat Adelaide, especially if they can beat them well, they're going to be 3-0. They're going to have North next week. If they can't make finals, like, something is seriously wrong within their football club. Like, they're cursed fully. Mate, he just simply doesn't weigh 56 kilos. Collingwood v Sydney is the day school ends me. It's going to be really good. Are you going to go to the game? Every time Gold Coast go inside 50 when they're running, they never bomb it. They always lower their eyes and they always seem to hit a target. Who do you think will get the Coleman? I reckon Riley Thilthorpe. I reckon this is actually... If this is a game later in the season, like round 21, round 22, I would have believed Thilthorpe and King would both be in the top 3 or 4 in the Coleman. It'd be a bit of like a common race. A shootout between the two big key forwards. No way Corns is over 50 kilos. Do you know how light that would be, mate? Hawthorn never made finals in their first 32 years. Yeah, I kind of find that hard to believe. Like even for how badly the Saints were for so long to start off, their campaign in the comp, they still made finals a lot earlier than Hawthorn did for the first time, relative to years in the comp. Make a video of... where do you find USA pies? If I'm going to do a video like that again, I need to be in the USA. Who's going to be going to the USA to try pies? Did you get any sleep? Of course I got sleep. I got enough sleep. I just slept in till like 12. Like a lazy prick that I am. Oh, I was tired last night. That's to say the least, because I was up since 4 in the morning editing. So I pretty much stayed up almost for 24 hours because I got up at like 4:30 and I went to bed. I think I fell asleep at 3 o'clock, 3:30. You did it when you did chips. Well, because, USA is known for their fast food, and at fast food chains they have fries. USA is not known for their meat pies. I don't even know where you could get a meat pie in America. It's more of an Australian thing, even like a British thing as well. And I didn't go to the USA for that. I went for another reason. I just so happened to also decide to film that as well. They have a Zambro at the game. How cool is that? When I go to Heritage Bank this year, I'm getting Zambrero. They actually have a Zambrero at the stadium. That's something you'd only really get to see at these sort of stadiums. You're never going to get that at the MCG. The MCC are never going to allow that. You probably won't even get that at Marvel. But if you've got your own home stadium and it's just yours, and you're sponsored by a food chain, then that food chain may be actually at the games. Like a store. I know it'll probably be really expensive though, but still. Cheers, Max. But think about it. What chains serve pies in America? It's more of an Aussie thing. I'm doing a pie thing on TikTok anyways. I actually might turn that into a video, honestly. Keep going. Peatling from the logo. Oh, Riley Thilthorpe. Too big, too strong. And he'll most likely put this one through. What a pick from mine. Him to win the Coleman. It's looking really good so far. As long as he stays fit for the full season, then he's most likely going to be in the contention. Probably the top 5 at the very least. And he's got it. So he's kicked his second. He's been everywhere. Let's just... Hold up. I think my stream deck's stuck. Why does it do this shit? No, the chair isn't clean. But it's fine. It's not going to be an issue anymore, I don't think. I'm not going to mention. I'm just going to leave it there. The chair has enough stains on it anyways that it... Fucking who cares? Why is my stream deck not... It's because I changed the setting. Oh, yeah. That's why. Well, let's just pretend Adelaide just scored a goal now. Who's got 50 points? Yeah, Noble. He was on like 42 at quarter time. There we go. So that now it's working. Such a pain sometimes. You think something so simple would be easier to use. You tipped Adelaide. It's a tight contest early on. Thilthorpe's kept them in it. You're going to repeatedly go inside again. Then another advice. What the fuck am I saying? Oh my God. Crows here for the turnover. Peatling. He'll get the high. He'll get the advantage. He'll get the goal. So the Crows have hit the lead. They looked quite a while away from the pace in the first quarter when they were down by like 14-15. Get the last 3 goals. Surely Rankin and Dawson have stepped up their work just a little bit. Surely. Peeling and Thilthorpe. Oh yeah, Rankin has. Last time I checked he was on 11, he's on 28 now. Because he's a spark. When Adelaide get their game going, Rankin gets his game going. If Crom can get just this close, it'd be a great effort on the Gold Coast. Well, they can win. They're going to want to win this game. I think if the result comes to like a Gold Coast win by 4 points, I don't think the first reaction would be pride. I think it'd probably be a disappointment that they couldn't go 4-0. No, I haven't gotten the toothpaste off, but it's almost something you probably might not even notice, although I actually take that back. My dad notices stains when I even can't see him, so maybe he will notice it. But the chair wasn't clean in the first place, so that's why I feel like it's not going to be that bad. AL reckons if the Crows win this, they deserve to be... I agree. The winner might even be a side to make the 4. I mean, both these teams didn't make finals last year. You normally get a side outside the 8 that does make the 4. Collingwood and Freo were a lot of people's teams last year that didn't make finals that were expected to maybe be a side to do that before the year started in 2025. But I think it's going to be Gold Coast or Adelaide. I don't think there's enough room for both. I can't see there being room for both sides because I think Hawthorn, Brisbane and GWS will make those spots. From what we've seen early on. Oh, well done, Rankin. Great pickup. Can't really get their game going. Noble's trying. But that's a great tackle from Ben Key, so... There you go. You've lost a bit of fantasy points if you got Noble there. He slowed down this quarter. Mac Andrews should clean that one up, and he does. And that... Why would you do that, Rankin? Like, you don't want to just throw away all your good work that you've had early on this quarter for giving away a silly 50. And that's like minus 3 points as well. No, it's an Australian thing, Pies. A lot more so than an American thing. Wits. Closey. Goes for the miracle. Never going to work. Yeah, easy, Max. Joy. What game will I be on around 7? When's round 7? Is that the Anzac Day week? I knew it was going to be a little bit more of a defensive battle than an attacking battle. The Crows are a serious threat this year. Yeah, but I would wonder what will happen to the Crows if a few of their bigger name players get injured. Like, they haven't been able to overcome those adversities. We haven't really been able to see them. Like, do they have enough depth? I still think they probably do. Like, I haven't seen who they've fielded. Like, if I had a look at their squad, I could see who they have, who could come into the team. You wouldn't mind because Richmond can't make it. Doesn't matter. I think most people wouldn't mind if the Suns made it. Who's really hating on the Suns? They've never made it. They're a side a lot of people like, and this year they're a really fun side to watch. So they deserve to make it. even for their limited fans. So Jed Walter, highly touted draft pick, going for his first and just missing. Why do you feel bad for Gold Coast and Giants? I don't think they mind that much that they haven't got heaps of members. Like, you don't want to be a massive club. Especially if you want to like veer away from the media. You move to Gold Coast and it's a lot more chill. That's why a lot of players actually want to seek that lifestyle. Oh, look at this. Taylor Walker. How'd they get so free at the back? To worry for Gold Coast, because I've done that a few times this quarter. Something went wrong there. Crows and the Suns are some of my favourite sides. Yeah, I've pretty much been watching every single Crows game. Watched their game last week. I'll be watching Crows for the first 5 weeks of the season. I don't know who they have round 6, but if they go 5-0, they could beat anyone. Especially at home. Tex. Oh, that's a great kick. That is a great kick. He's still a very valuable contributor, Tex. If he can contribute for like a 30-plus goal season, when you've got the likes of Fogarty, Thilthorpe, who else is in the forward line there? Rochelle, Neil Bullen. Oh, watch out when you're a defence playing against the Crows. So it's a 10-point lead now. It's 4 goals in a row for the Crows. Crom play the Giants round 6 in Adelaide. Well, that makes the Hawthorn Adelaide game at UTAS that much more exciting. That could be a really exciting game. I was looking forward to it before the season started, but now with the hot starts of both sides, it could be a top 4 clash for sure. Rankin got caught without it. Adelaide are winning the footy, but the Suns through Noble drive it in. Great smother. Noble gets it again. Gives it off real quick. Miller up. Neil Bullen's there and should be locked in. Did you prank call last night? I did a bit. We did a bit actually. Can't really say it was just me. Halftime. Thilthorpe doing a bit of a hit out in the ruck. Anderson. Oh, they've... Honestly, heaps of opportunities have gone begging for the Suns. They've just been spraying it everywhere. They're not getting the best opportunities, though. They're just spraying it from, like, less than half chances. Oh, the scores are... Yeah, I didn't even notice that, sorry. Oh, Rankin. That'll go out. Nah, I won't be doing a Kahoot. I think I've done a Kahoot yet this year. The last Kahoot stream that I would have done would have been end of the year last year. I don't think since then I've even done a single one on stream. Oh, look at that Rankin. How creative. How dangerous is he when he runs through the stoppages like that? Been a very good quarter. Apart from that 50-minute penalty he's given away, he's now on... Well, he's on 30. How's he only got to 30? I know he gave away free. Feels like he should be on more. He's been more of an influence this game than a 30. Good work, Walter. Make a contest. Rao. Haven't seen Rao much this quarter. He's been chasing tails more than he's been finding the footy. But he's taken a good tackle there. And that'll be a free kick. McAndrew from 60 out. Oh my goodness. He kicked that from 60. Is there like a breeze at the stadium or something? Like who's roosting it from that far out? When did I start my channel? Well, you could always just check that if you just click on it and go to oldest, but the date was March 23rd in 2017. The day I created it and the day I think I posted my first video. So Wits again. And Rioli, I was going to say kicked it a no one. Good tackle, Ben Long. This pressure has actually started to lift here from the Suns. They're really wanting to lock in the footy. You reckon Crows will lose? What's the poll looking like? It's 50-50 last time I checked. I reckon it would probably be the same. Or have I gotten rid of it? Chat's dried up a lot. Rao, he's going to roost it inside, and there won't be anyone there. It'll stay in, though. Peatling. Laird. Running into trouble, though, unfortunately, for the Crows. Another free kick given away. So Rankin's given away a few this quarter. Whoops. Who's up? Oh, they cannot cleanly collect the footy here. Soligo. It's weird because I feel like Adelaide have been a little bit panicky down defence, but they've only considered the 3 goals. With all these inside 50 the Suns have had. Jeffrey. Again, they're just... Okay, they're kicking this quarter inside 50 has been a bit of a letdown. Crows have... they're just holding right now. They're doing it all right. Suns have had 28 inside 50s for 3 goals. Not great conversion. Good work, Rankin. Suns will get it back. Jeffrey. Ben King. Free kick. I think it's against King. Oh, that wasn't even King. That was Ethan Reid. Kind of like the Pies on Thursday night footy in the first half. Yeah, a little bit. I don't know what the inside 50 count was at the halftime mark in the game, though, but it's a similar scoreline. Very low scoring start. Rioli. Oh, once again, Adelaide. They've done all right here. Extracting it out. Worrell. Defending for their lives here, the Crows, and they've, again, escaped the danger. Miller kicks it out of there, but McAndrew marks it. Now, if he wanted to, he could kick this. Didn't even look like he used all his power with that one. It still went 60. Oh, no way. Was that Hewland? Oh, no, that was Walter. Nix isn't happy, and I probably agree with that. That wasn't a dangerous tackle. I surely they show the replay of that, because if you're going to be paying a dangerous tackle, normally they look at that. And it's a goal. So that's the way the Gold Coast Suns are going to be getting their goals. That's the first of the quarter. And it came from a very iffy free kick. His goal song's Call Me Maybe. I haven't heard that song in a while. Very nostalgic. I mean, it was a dumping. They just don't like the action. Because if this was before COVID, like, no one would bat an eyelid about that. But it's a good finish nonetheless. You still got to finish him when you get these chances. So Walter took it from a relatively difficult spot. It's weird. Adelaide have controlled territory at the start of the second quarter, but it's been all Gold Coast since. And Adelaide have not been able to get it past their halfway mark. So can they potentially win this clearance? They might here. Peatling, they just can't find clean possession. Rao falls onto his back and he'll get the free kick. So Peatling, that's a silly free kick to give away, but you cannot underestimate his commitment Rao at the contest, can you? And look at that. Finding so many loose plays. Dawson goes inside the square. Thilthorpe couldn't find it. Curtin can't collect it. Adelaide certainly look more likely to score. Fogarty. They have scored. They have scored straight away, the Crows. Back to an 8-point margin. It's been an interesting game of footy for sure. Interesting quarter, especially. Yeah, they deserve that goal, but like it didn't come naturally. It came from a pretty line ball free kick that a lot of people probably didn't agree with. There we go. Wits to Rao. Great tackle. Peatling. Getting on top of Rao in the last 5 minutes. And goes straight away. Big pack. Andrew. Fists it. I mean, I think with so many... Oh, that was a shocker. Yeah, with a few inside 50s the Crows have had, they've made the most of it way more than the Suns, which proves to me that I think they've got more of a damaging and dangerous forward line. I always thought that was the case heading into this one, and this further proves it. Well, if you say chat's dead, that doesn't help the chat at all. I'm just not going to read those messages. There's no use pointing out that chat's dead. But who's to blame? Like, it's Saturday, 1 o'clock. These aren't my favourite time slots to stream. Good work, Miller. Poor handball, though. Surely the Suns find a target. Ainsworth. Oh, well done. Keen. They'll give another shot. Humphrey. Oh, Crows will get it. And they'll clear it out for now. Guess how much money I've spent on don't... Oh, I don't really want to be honest. Just tell me. Murphy. Oh, well done. From Hewland. Probably stop the goal there, I reckon. Because they had a player out. $70. I honestly thought the number would have been more than that. I've even spent more than $70 before in a month on donos. Very rarely though. I don't really donate much anymore. So Gold Coast, only the one goal from so many entries. He's fasting for Kilda's match. That's... How have I been dead? It's the chat. Free kick to Andrew. But if you're an Adelaide fan, you'll be very happy if you walk away at halftime with a lead. You'd be very frustrated, I feel, if you were Hardwick, because you've had all the territory for the most part. But you've been able to get really nothing from it. Again, Suns are going to have a chance. Rioli. Just wasn't a great kick. Again. Oh, neither was that. Miller. Witts. He's been dangerous. Rao. There we go. Is that Humphrey? They're 4-8 though, so I don't take my chances. I wouldn't be putting a bet on this. I mean, I don't know Bailey Humphrey personally, no. Of course I do know of him. What was the town that he came from? Taking a few deep breaths here, Humphrey, wanting to nail this one for the club. When they really do need a goal, especially before the end of the half. And that's a good kick. I believe he's kicked goals in all other games he's played in, so he continues that streak in 2025. What are you so wanting the Crows to win? Is that because he tipped them? I guess that's fair, but we're only in the second quarter. What, do you think that the Suns are just not going to... You expect them not to score at all for the rest of the game? That's not going to happen at home, especially for Gold Coast. I can't really see much of a resemblance. Maybe the haircut. Like the mullet that I'm not a big fan of at all. You're the only one in your comp to tip them. Yeah, well, how many people are in your comp? That's sort of surprising if only one person tipped Adelaide. Yeah, that'll be a great way of getting one up on your competition. Peeling drives it in. Thilthorpe can't get the mark. Rioli. Well done. Good running, Rioli. He's going to run to the 50. Well done, Rioli. He literally... That was like 100 metres he gained there. Walter. Suns are looking a little bit more dangerous here. 30 seconds in the quarter. Goes to King. Humphrey doesn't keep it in. 25 seconds, so I don't think the Crows are going to be able to go end-to-end and score here. Suns have one more chance. Over 20, and no one tipped Adelaide apart from you. I didn't tip Adelaide, but that's disrespectful to the Crows. If I was in that comp and I knew that, I would have tipped the Crows, to be honest. Oh, it's going to go out in the full. 16 seconds. He's not going to kick this, Butterick. He might as well just kick at a target or kick at a pack. I don't think there's going to be anyone loose now. But 28% of people, I'm pretty sure, tipped Adelaide. So how can that work? The maths aren't mathing. So he's going the shot, Butterick. It's looking good. Oh, it's hit the post. Another poster from difficult range. So 8 seconds left. Surely Adelaide can do enough here to just keep the ball in their possession. Well, Hinge can just do that instead. So we have a game on our hands here for sure. This has certainly been the more enjoyable game to watch of the round. So far, that is, I guess. I mean, Carlton Collingwood was close to the first half. And in some respect, also Geelong Melbourne. What a big call. I've actually been pretty good with my big call so far this week. Let's forget about the first game. Although it felt like the Pies were in front by 20 plus for most of that second half. The big call for last night's game was Melbourne to fail to score 8 goals. They ended up with 6, I think, so that's pretty poor. And then this game, I said that the combined total of points to be under 160, and we're sitting at a 79, so I'm on track. We're on track here. Archie reckons the Brisbane Tigers game will be a blowout. I don't think you're the only one to think that. What I could do, actually, now that I've got a bit of time, I haven't really ever found myself enough time to sort out my footy cards, but I know you guys probably won't be able to see what I'm doing, but I might put the cards in my album whilst reading a bit of chat. Hey, just check the scores pretty close. Yeah, it's a good game. I still think Gold Coast will win. I'm still just a bit more convinced with the Suns in this game. I've had more of the footy. Just got to fix the conversion a little bit in front of goal, because 5 goals 9 and a few, I believe a few out in the full as well. G'day, Dylan. How's it going? Thursday night was crap. I was glad I actually went, because it would have been a whole lot worse watching on TV. At least when you're there, you can sort of soak in all the atmosphere and all that. Surely this hero, if I'm going to... What are you doing after stream? What will I be doing? Well, tonight I'll be going to the footy. And then I don't know if you know this, but tomorrow I'm going to Adelaide. I think I told you that. Not as early of a flight as the Crows game in round 1, but it's still early enough. My perfect Sunday, probably not the Sunday that occurred last week, where I didn't eat till like 4 PM because... Perfect Sunday this week, honestly. This could be the best Sunday almost of the year. If we go up to Adelaide and win, then I'm celebrating hard after. I would consider almost getting just drunk. Fuck it. Keyword's consider, because it's not cheap doing that. Do you think the Rose will win? The Rose? Did I say the Rose? The Ruse. Well, if you've watched any of my tips videos, particularly my latest one, you would have seen me tip the Ruse. So yes, I think they will win. I'm not massively confident. I think it'll be a good game of footy though. And I'm expecting under the roof as well. The scores will be quite high. Marble games this year, I feel like have been more high scoring than usual.
Looking to enhance your daily energy levels? Try Barocca Energy Orange effervescent tablets from Chemist Warehouse.
I've got all my double cards. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. There's no point in selling the silvers or commons. Who's going to buy a common card? Crowd prediction tonight. Well, North v Bulldogs got a... I think as well, Marvel crowds have been on the up this year. Way more than previous seasons. Especially post like the 2010s. I feel like Marvel stadium crowds just haven't been as high. But obviously crowd numbers in the AFL have gone up. But I feel like for games at Marvel, maybe because the home teams are St Kilda, North, West and Bulldogs, they're not really the most successful clubs nor the most supported clubs. Suns by 13. Marvel games have had plenty of upsets. Yeah, they have. They've been solid. Like, how many Marvel games have been to this year? I went to, obviously, St Kilda Geelong, St Kilda Richmond, and that wasn't an upset. That for a lot of people may have been the worst of the whole Marvel games this year, but that was one of my favourites because we smashed the Tigers. Oh, what other games? Carlton v the Western Bulldogs. That was actually a solid game under the roof. Shouldn't have been under the roof, though, because it was hot as crap. It was like a sauna. Although, I think it was raining at some stage that day. Not heavily, but they wouldn't want to have the roof open at Marble if it's ever raining. Who else? What other games have I been to? North Bulldogs. Saints Geelong. So I've been to the 4 games. All of these silvers have been doubles. Did I actually answer your question though, Luke? Crowd prediction. I'll go like 24k because it's North Melbourne at the end of the day, but I feel like Sydney have a pretty good fan base in Melbourne because of South Melbourne, the links to that. So I actually reckon maybe 25. Could be even higher. I wouldn't be surprised. I actually wouldn't be surprised at all if it got to 30. I have to see what recent North v Sydney games have gotten, but I think North might get a few thousand extra because they've been actually competitive in games at Marble. You going to see any gather-round games this year? Well, if I'm going to gather-round, the answer to that will be yes. I reckon that's the most widely asked question I've had in the last couple of weeks. Just anything to do with games I'm going to a gather-round. But don't expect to see me do what I did last year. I feel like I've already done the going over game challenge. And I don't think it's actually possible this year for what I'm also wanting to do. Because again, Saints play the Sunday game at an awkward time. So if I wanted to go to the Richmond v Freo, which is in the Barossa, I'm only going to be going for the first quarter in a bit. And it's like a bit of a waste to make the trip up and back when I'd rather just enjoy the day heading to the St Kilda game first. I wonder, there'll be people probably trying to replicate my feat last year. I know Haz also went to every game in Gather-round. It wasn't just me. I feel like there were a few also that did that. But the problem with Haz's challenges, he didn't even get to watch a second of the Richmond Saints game. He went there for like a minute. Are you going to get... Yeah, I am. On Thursday, that is. I have a video in mind. Like a challenge video where I have to complete a set of challenges in a certain period of time. And I'm going to be doing it in Gather-round. Hopefully. So some of the challenges could be, for example, like what did I write down? I think I wrote this down a while ago. I'm going to have a look. Crows suck. I'm sick of them. Mate, you sound like a Port Adelaide fan saying that. Surely I've written it down because I have some video ideas somewhere. I used to think of all my video ideas just when I was doing nothing at work and I was just bored. I'm like, what else is there to do than just think of some video ideas? I've got some, I just need to find it. Actually, that reminds me. Someone sent me a video idea on Instagram. I'll have a look at it. Octa AFL. Where did he send the video idea? Alright, let's read it out. Normally, I don't commit to any video ideas I get suggested, but some are okay. I had a really good video idea for what you could do around 11 center, a bunch of Vic games, and It's the only round of footy that I'll likely be in Vic, where I challenge you to go to every game of footy in Vic over the course of one round, but there's a catch. You have to wear merch for a completely unrelated team. Probably wouldn't do that. Something else you could do to improve the retention rate is sort of make the person who gave you this challenge into a mystery AFL YouTuber, and you could feature a bunch of YouTubers. I'll have to get back to that. I probably won't do that though. I think the video idea Xavier gave me was better, where I got a player to give me a challenge at every game, and I need to hit a certain mark to complete everything, like get like 5 of them or 4 of them or something. But I do actually appreciate the idea. Maybe I could do something in relation to that.
Join HBF, your health drink.
Wear clothes of another sporting team outside the AFL match the colours of one of the playing teams. But like, I just feel like I look like a bit of an idiot. Like, it wouldn't really make the video that entertaining. Like, that could be a challenge. It's not even a challenge. Just what, wear Saints gear for 7 games of footy. What's the point? I go for St Kilda. Yeah, normally people that ask me that question, I assume are new to the channel. On one of the Friday games or Thursday games, you should go to them and have a set of challenges that you have to complete before a certain time of the game. Otherwise, you have to leave. Yeah, but like, then if I don't complete the challenges, the video cuts short because I leave the game. If I complete the challenges, how much of the actual game do I include? Video idea, stream an entire round of footy. That's not really a video idea at all.
What does it mean to go your own way?
Look, if you think that you're annoying, that maybe you are. You're fine though, mate. Like, don't put yourself so harshly. Don't be so hard on yourself. Mark, mate. Holy shit, I clicked on Mark's story and this is what he says.
You black fuck you black bus driver cunt for fucking not stopping me. Fuck you black cunt.
You cannot be posting that shit. I don't care how special you may be. You cannot be posting that. It's bad even for Mark standards, that. I can't lie.
Saturday live action continues this afternoon from the beautiful MCG. Bit of a cooler day in Melbourne, but still stunning to head to the G and see Richmond take on the Brisbane Lions, the reigning premiers, looking to move to 4-0.
Got a video idea. Go to as many games as you can in one round, but you have to wear a dinosaur costume. I like the Xavier idea most because it's like okay, I'm going to the game in dinosaur kit. That could be like one of the games, like a challenge. You have to go to a game in a ridiculous costume.
They've been able to win off belief, and it's the thing that happens after you win a premiership. You look at the start of Brisbane seasons last year, obviously they lost that grand final, but this year, coming off the back of raising the cup here, back to
I could do like YouTubers decide how I don't know, because I need to include the games though as well in the title. Maybe I'll just put it up on my story if someone has a really good idea, because I've got one, but some might have better. Do you reckon Crows will just win in a perfect world? Because I'm trying to think about it. There aren't really many other YouTubers in the footy scene that actually will be confident enough or just be fucked it to be doing a video like that. Like, I haven't really seen a content creator like that, to be honest, that do those sort of challenge videos at games. So maybe that's what I just take full advantage of. Because I think there's big market for those sort of videos. Alright, still half time. Nah, it's impossible because of the other video makers, half of them are like, don't even know who I am. Some of them live in, like what, Tango Baldy lives in England. But my respect for that guy, which wasn't much to begin with, is completely lost. Do you like the power? No, I don't. I actually can't stand them. I like Adelaide this year, though. Like, I wasn't that pissed. Like, I was pissed off when we obviously lost to Adelaide, but I would have been more annoyed if we lost to Port in that way. No, mate, if I answered your question before, I already told you that if I'm not going to be streaming multiple games, and that means I can't be streaming that game, and I'm going to North v Sydney. Because I just don't like the way their club goes about it, to be honest. I don't really like what they stand for. I think their fans are quite feral. This is going to piss people off, but you want to answer. And we can't beat them. We can never beat Port Adelaide either. We've won like one game in the last 15 years against them. Like that's our biggest bogey side.
High in natural protein, no added sugar.
I might put this up on my story now. Jeez, this is feeling like a really long ad break. Surely the second half is beginning in the next few minutes, surely.
How's your dream team? Any traits? Why would I? Got reliability, value, flexibility. Oh, and I got really good dental. Jealous? What?
Join HBF, your health dream team. You won't believe who just went electric.
If you had to switch to another team to support, who would it be? See, I wouldn't need to switch to a side that actually was from Victoria. I will probably almost say the Gold Coast Suns right now. I've always been more of a believer that it feels more rewarding supporting one of the smaller clubs as well. Because you can't really be a bandwagon if you support someone like a Gold Coast. Like, what bandwagon Gold Coast fans are there? There aren't many. Like, same for the EPL, same for the NBA. I'm not just going to pick a massive club. I like the feeling of going for the underdog team. So, like, I wouldn't support Collingwood or Carlton. I can't look like an idiot when doing these. I'd probably support the Crows if you had to change. Yeah, you've got right reason to. You live in Adelaide, so you'd probably pick a side maybe in Adelaide. And I would imagine you prefer the Crows over Port a lot more. Because don't you guys also have a bad record against them?
Impacted by cancer.
Nice spot. Nice spot.
We lost 8 in a row before the prelim. Jesus Christ. Because, like, for a side like Sydney to be losing games like 8 in a row against a team, that just shows that it's more than just a bogey side, I feel.
Second half, just moments away here from People First Stadium. Adelaide Crows leading by 1 point. Gold Coast led by 7 at the first break. There's plenty more footy action still to come.
There we go. We're back underway in a few moments here, which is good.
Someone, John, the Adelaide Crows, you think needs a big second half to get them over the line. Who are you turning to?
Just to the skipper. I think Jordan Dawson only had 10 disposals in the first.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of Jordan Dawson. He's been quiet the last couple of weeks.
27, 33, 19.
Luckily, I didn't go the captaincy on him. I don't think it was ever a right decision, though. In Gold Coast, the conditions just didn't really look great for him.
In this game so far, only with the 3 scoring
Even if I wasn't going to the Saints, not the Saints, the Swans v North game later tonight, I wouldn't be streaming Richmond Brisbane. It's not an interesting matchup. It's not going to be close.
Well, Adelaide, they're looking to start the season 4-0 for just the third time in their club history. Gold Coast looking to go 3-0 for just the second time in their history as the umpire takes one right in the back to start the third quarter.
When was the last time the Suns have started 3-0?
There is Humphrey right on cue. His kick was low for King, who attacked it hard. Graham partly beat
Oh, what a start for the Suns. First 17 seconds, they get a goal. And they're back in front. You blink, and you would have missed it. Who even kicked that? I think one of the newbies. Did they start 3-0 last year? Because they beat Richmond, then they beat Adelaide. Then who do they play the week after that? I think they played an away game. So they would have lost that because they started obviously away with a terrible away record. So I'm almost certain they would have lost that.
great start to this third quarter for the Suns. I feel the centre bounces are going to be crucial. Conditions, John, you're just saying they've just dropped slightly. You think it's a perfect afternoon now?
Yeah, it was really nice at half time. The temperature had dropped a couple of
Lost to the Bulldogs. That's right. And I was at that game as well. Really disappointing game of footy. I actually...
Tried to get number 8, couldn't quite. Ainsworth.
I may have tipped the Suns.
Miller had plenty of ball. King in front.
Oh, Ben King. Strong hands. He'll line up for his second. And it's really, really fast start for Gold Coast. If they get 2 quick ones, that breaks the game open again. Gold Coast went 3-0 in 2016. So the stat that they've gone 3-0 before in a season doesn't surprise me, but I just needed to remember what year. Do you know what game will be a good one next week? A few underrated matchups now at Gather Round. I might go through the Gather Round fixture at 3/4 time to see what the best matchups are. Looks like King's got it. Misses. Well, that's not a groundbreaking statement, Lachlan. Everyone's going to say that, considering he's probably done more in his career. He's played more footy. He's been more consistent. But I think Max King's peak, his potential, is better than Ben King's at his very best, but we just don't see it enough.
Noble goes back after it. Adelaide swarming. Noble third crack at it, and he'll be happy to see it.
His peak. That's not the right word. What's the...
15 to
Oh, God, whatever.
Newcomers coming off 29 last week, which was one shy of a PB. Great pickup.
Jake's now asking the same question. No, I'm not. So if I don't know if that means you wanted to stream, but you don't have to worry about clashing with me. Oh, Walker. 2 stiff arms. Keys with a stiff arm. That's another forward I forgot about. Neil Bullen. Thilthorpe. Hey, Collins just kicks it as far as he can out of the congestion.
As far as he can. And again, we get a boundary throw in.
well done, isn't it? Both teams on that occasion. Fierce at the contest.
Mate, Carlton are too good for the spoon. I still don't think they're going to finish bottom 4, the Blues.
Not giving up on it as well. He loves that move, Tex.
Do you know anyone else that's doing the North game? No, I don't even know anyone that's doing this game. In fact, who bloody live streams anymore? No one does it. It's a dying... Feels like a dying... Actually, no, UCAT might be. I think I saw his story earlier.
Threatening that first half to rip it open. He's 2 goals, 2. Collins has also won some.
Yeah, it seems in a way to be a bit of a dying trend.
It's going to be pivotal in this third quarter. Peatling, one of the better players on the ground. Oh, watch out. Oh, Glenny. It was long. Who loves to take a scalp. He missed him, but then made sure he didn't misled.
Soligo,
Broke free of Rao.
kick.
The Walker's a good one.
Taylor Walker looks to play on. He will. On his left. Thilthorpe's up.
And Fogarty in this contest.
Collins wins the battle.
Only as far as Shoal.
Shoal.
Has to backtrack.
Keys. Good pressure.
Okay, so not giving up the fight.
Well, running through the
Yeah, I just wouldn't go into any live stream being overconfident, thinking that the next one's going to do just as well, because then you'll feel a bit more let down. But hopefully, if you do another stream, it can perform well again. I think it's probably because it was more of a Cats game. You got more of a Cats audience. But also, it's like maybe the Cats fans just don't want to watch the game on a live stream. They just want to watch it on their own. A lot of people are like that. Mate, it's a good game, Lockie. I think the numbers are going to start rolling in the second half because people are going to realise that I'm live and the game's good. So you may as well tune in. Put the stream on, put the game on in the background. Or vice versa. It's lived up to the expectations, I reckon. So far, that is. Here we go, Rankin. Peeling. He's been everywhere, James Peeling. He's been one of Adelaide's best. $50. Well, Ben King could have hit 2 goals in the first 5 minutes of the game. I'm not betting anymore this week because I put a couple on in the Carlton Collingwood game and didn't win any of the bets. So I'm like, nah, I'm not going to waste any more money. I have a tendency of having a footy and you're streaming live at the same time so we can both have the same reaction. I'm sure there are a lot of people that just do that and just don't chat in the stream because they don't have anything to say or they just want to watch the game without having to just chat every 5 minutes. Good tackle, Michaelani. Adelaide will get the numbers. They have the numbers there. Dawson. Miller right back to Dawson. Only the 10 in the first half, Jordan Dawson. Not good for fantasy. Riley Thilthorpe runs away from Collins. And Fogarty, I think my camera's gone off. I think it's just overheated again. I'd hope it has. I'm not sure though. I think it has. Normally if it the camera battery's off, it would say on the screen, so fair enough. Holy crap. How have the Suns gone end to end? How the hell did the Suns go in? I was away for 10 seconds. It was in Adelaide's forward 50. I thought that ball went out. How the hell did they get a goal there? All right, let's have a look. So, Andrew clears it. They get a contest on the wing. Round marks. He goes inside 50. Drop mark. I think that was from Worrell. Or Keane, sorry. And Ben Long snaps it and kicks it goalward. So, just like bloody that. Was that Long or Rioli? I think it was Long. Wouldn't know because I don't get to watch that goal live. How shit would it be if I miss out on goal of the year because of my camera? By the way, guys, the like goal is set at 200. The fact that your poll is exactly 50-50. Oh, I didn't even check the poll. I thought the poll was gone. I'm going to vote Suns, but no, it won't even let me. God. I've lost the live chat. Let's just get it up again. Come on, Keys. Dawson. Can he curl it around? No. But at least he gets an extra kick because he needs to get to 100. He hasn't had a great last couple of weeks fantasy-wise. And it's been an average start for my liking, so I can't afford to have these
Dimitri 2024 is now a member.
premium scoring so poorly. Yeah, good, mate. Haven't seen you as much in the streams of late, so hopefully it's also going well for you. All right, finally got the chat up again. Why do you want to know if I'm sick? I'm not really sick. Is Sporting Lou sitting with us?
Ready for the combo of people tonight, haha.
Did you say, did Dean end up getting a Sydney Guernsey? Because I might be able to get a North Guernsey, but I don't have a Sydney Guernsey for if I want to do that punishment. I figured tonight would be a good night for that. Your throat scratchy? No, I'm not at all feeling a scratchy throat. I'm pretty sure he brought it. Well, can you confirm that for me? Otherwise, I'll have to find another way of getting one. I'll have to ask someone else.
Adelaide getting good looks from this situation. Try again with Draper and Rankin at the feet of O'Brien. Dawson's had a good start to the third quarter. There is the forward half.
Probably using your time a bit more wisely than trolling on other people's streams. Not that I'm not saying you troll that much, but no, it's good to hear. Rankin caught from Rioli. Yeah, well, I don't think the last night's pull jump helped my cause at all. Wonder how many times I've actually done that on stream. I reckon well over 10. Because it's such a commonly recurring punishment option. Jump in the pool. Because when you have a pool, and late at night, when you can't be bothered, that's not something you want to do. No, pool was ice cold though. He brought it. What size is it? Because it's going to be weird. Some kid has a North Melbourne Guernsey, right? It's small. So it's going to look stupid if I have a small and an extra large. Because I think you said it was an extra large. But I mean, at the end of the day, as long as it just works, like the same effect will end up happening anyways. Nah, no bets for the rest of the week. I wasted my $10 on the Carlton Collingwood game, so fuck that. You don't have to wear it for long. I won't wear it all game. I'll wear them both for a quarter. I'll do a quarter. Wear the small and just pull the extra large off and on. Yeah, better than taking... No, but I actually think that I have to take it off after every goal, though. Think about it. It won't make sense if I had a... If I take off a... Oh, it wouldn't make sense. Maybe it will. I actually need to think into that. You're probably right. It might make sense. But it wouldn't make sense if I had that small Guernsey on the whole time. Because you're meant to take it off. Yeah, Dean, I'll get to your message after the game. I don't really want to worry about replying to people on stream. Unless it's an important emergency. And that's the third goal for the quarter. The Gold Coast. Or should I say Gold Coast? Oh, no, not Gold. Gold Coast, because they're kicking a lot of goals. Or should I say Gold Coast? That's what they are. What is that Crom? Do you not know what Crom is? I don't know if Jake's still in, but Rolls also will be streaming the game tonight because he always does the Sydney live reactions. Adelaide $5, surely worth the look. Nah, don't tempt me. I'm trying to save money for Gather Out. I'm not just going to waste money when I probably won't get up. Plus, I don't think they're going to win either. If I thought they were a chance still, which I think they still are a chance. I'm not saying they aren't, but live betting, I just can't be asked. Curtin. Great, steadier. And Fogarty will kick an immediate reply for the Crows. Well, maybe I'll if I were to put the $5 on, or the Crows on $5, then I'd probably do it now before he kicks this goal. Bloody, the Suns cheer squad for a home game is pretty bleak. It's not great, is it? A lot of empty seats. I might even consider going to if I go to a Q Clash, which I will probably. I might go to the Gold Coast one and maybe even sit in the cheer squad. That'd be actually like, what other chance am I going to get to do that? Because I do like the Suns more than I like the Crow, or the Lions, I should say. You go to all the gather round games? Probably not. If Tom Powell kicked the goal tonight, he'll wear... Oh, yeah, we all hear thick of it. That'll be interesting. Hopefully he does. I don't like thick of it necessarily. I think it's a brain rot song in a way. I think with the reaction of the song, it just reminds me of just a brain rot song. It is probably overhated though. It's not that bad. It is a bit cringe. Yeah, it's definitely cringe. But I just have the association with that song and brain rot. All the stuff I've seen on TikTok. All that crap. Oh, Thilthorpe. Just burst through the middle like Tarzan. Kicks it to a contest. Oh, well done, Fogarty. Neil Buller, look at this. They still win the footy. McAndrew takes it out, though. He does well. No, Queso, actually, I think a lot of his songs are alright. In terms of, like, YouTuber artists, he's about as good as it gets, almost. Yeah, I know, Sammy. Yeah. Thilthorpe, high ball. To the square. Where's it going to bounce? It'll bounce through for a point. Holiday and summer is over. Yeah, I always used to use Holiday in my weekly vlogs. It's a good intro song. Cheryl, probably not. Thoughts on Matt Cottrell? I like him. One of the few players for the Blues that actually show a bit of passion. He might not be the most skilled player, but he always gives it, usually, his 100%. What are your thoughts on Cottrell, if you're a Carlton fan? Here we go, Jeffrey. Oh, drop ball. The numbers, though. Look at that. Great link up. Murphy goes from the 55. And he'll find a target in Ben Keys. The Crows are on here. That is brilliant ball movement. How about that? Tearing it through the middle of the ground. Why do Free on West Coast always play 5:10 Sunday? Well, because there's especially early in the season with the time difference in Victoria, you're not going to have a 1 o'clock game start at 10 for the Vic viewers. There's no point. So it starts 5:10, but it doesn't really start 5:10. It starts 3 o'clock local time, 2 o'clock. I just realised daylight savings is tonight, so that's actually very handy because I'll be going back home from the footy quite late and I'll be getting up early to go to the airport, so I'll get an extra hour of sleep. Thankfully, it's not the other way around when we have to add an extra hour to our clocks. We push an hour back. 100 in chat. This is a great game of footy. Gold Coast v Adelaide. Wherever you're tuning in from, hopefully you're enjoying it. Important goal because it looked like he was starting to slip away from the Crows when Took Miller kicked his goal to put him up by 3 goals. It's back to a very even playing level. Thilthorpe once again. Winning it in the middle. Winning it up forward. He's got another disposal. Peatling out of bounds. It stays in. Noble kicks it out the full. I think it's probably going to just be a little bit over the 160 mark AL though, actually. They're almost on track. Like, for every quarter, you'd want it to be under par. Oh, look at that. Bloody Walker. I was going to say Dawson, but Taylor Walker for 3 quick ones for the Crows. You spelt Crow wrong on the poll. Are people taking the piss? Has anyone ever heard of Crom? It's like massive. Everywhere, really, the use of the word Crom. Even Channel 7 use it. It's meant to be that. I've had like 4 people say that already. You never heard of the Crom. And Walker puts the Crom back in front. What a game of footy this is. Scoring starting to pick up a little bit as well. A few goals to Gold Coast. I think 3 goals and 3 to Adelaide. So I don't think it's going to stay under 160. Who came up with the Crom? I actually don't know. I think I've heard the answer from somewhere, but I've forgotten it. Someone might remember it though. What happened to the beanie? This is Talia Rose. What beanie? When are the Saints playing? Saints Sunday 3:20 Adelaide Oval tomorrow. And I feel like those are the most rewarding goals when it's like great link-up play. You hit a target. You don't get one from a bullshit free kick. It's not a lucky goal. None of their goals that the Crows have gotten were lucky. They were just purely skill. Which, you know, solidifies the fact that they're a really good side this year, I think. They compete with some stronger sides in the comp. Yeah, well, I think 2020 was where the meme originated. Because I knew of the Crom in 2021. Oh, is that... Wait, is that Talia Rose, your old missus, Sammy? Neil Bullen. Oh, they might get a goal here, the Crows. Saligo. Oh, Danrioli. Take a bow. Well done. What a pick up him and Noble have been for the Suns. He's just so quick. 4 bounces. 4 bounces from bloody Rioli. I mean, to be fair, they were short bounces with the amount of steps he took. I thought it was too, but it's not. Ah. Because literally used to have a girlfriend named that. Ainsworth. Can he find a target? He does! It's Ben King. Ben King has only kicked the 1 goal after a busy start early. He kicked the first goal of the match. He had a chance for 2, and he's missed a couple as well. But you'd think he can kick a second here. Big moment for Ben King because the back's against the walls a little bit for the Suns. 3 of the last goals have been all Adelaide's way. This is also for Lockie Miller's multi. And that's straight through the middle. I don't really like that camera angle. You can't really see until it goes through the sticks, whereas you can sort of see the direction the ball's going to head if you face it behind the kicker. But that's, yeah, goal to put the Suns back in front here. 116 of the chat. Let's get the likes up. Let's at least hit 100. The Talia girl I dated 2020 was a Richmond fan. Yeah, I know that. I remember. Can't see the goal. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's me. Could be her. Who's to say it isn't? It's definitely not. Oh, it's definitely not. I just clicked on the channel. Mate, why are you changing your bloody name to Talia Rose? Actually, wait, no. I clicked. That's not the right channel I clicked on.
Deserved that free kick. It was a nice kick to him as well.
No, but that channel's a Geelong fan, though.
Centre bounce is critical. Both teams, if they get first use from there, look like they're going to...
Is that Jed Walter? I kind of missed out what happened there. I think they got a free kick. Yeah. Walter kicked a good goal to finish things off. I think it was the second quarter. Oh, they've got this shit goal angle again. It's a goal, though. I don't like that angle. And I know I'm not the only one that's been put off for it, but I mean, whatever. If they're going to go with it, I guess not much I can do. 2 in a row for the Suns. Scoring starting to pick up a lot in this third quarter. How do you have 44k and only 100 plus watch the streams? Do you not know how YouTube works, mate? Well, you're the sort of person that thinks that 1,000 people are going to be watching my streams every single time I do it. They're just subscribers. Most of these subscribers aren't even active on YouTube daily.
Rankin in the middle here for the Adelaide Crows.
Free-flowing third quarter of footy. For a real arm wrestle and slugfest in the first half. Rankin.
Free kick against Rankin here. So the Suns are starting to get on top a little bit.
Got to get back for defence now because the halfbackers are taken off.
Yeah, Gold Coast have a couple forward of the ball. One was Flanders, the other was Rao. It just missed the mark.
Not a great kick, though. So Adelaide get it back.
Understood the situation, just wanted to get out of there.
Not sure, Sports Nut.
Trap it, goes back again. Peatling. And Newlands.
You say Crows by 20, carry on. Oh, Cardi.
Jake Rogers warming up, so
I don't think the Crows would win by 20. They probably win by less than a couple kicks, I feel, if they do win this game. But now it's the Suns that have got the momentum right now. They're winning more of the one-on-one battles. Closey. Give it to Anderson, and Anderson can go long. Looks to find a target. Not Walter, not Reed. Keys. Creative.
supporting the ground ball and
Sammy, you know they have a Zambrero at the Gold Coast home ground.
in the centre circle if he wants him. That's where it goes. Now Fogarty's out goal.
I thought you'd be all over that when you're in Gold Coast for the Essendon game. Thilthorpe. Go to Thilthorpe.
Now going to go to him. It should get there. He
Yeah, easy. Thilthorpe will line up for his third here.
Leg power, hasn't he? Fogarty, because he was on the back step. Thinking,
Is Thilthorpe the best forward in the league right now? Genuine question.
this game's really opened up now.
he's had a big quarter, Philthorpe, in the ruck in particular. Been very
This is a complete game. He's been influential up forward, but also in the ruck he's been pretty good. No Larky.
In that centre bounce.
Kicked it. Well, he might not be the best. It's always going to be a bit of a subjective opinion on that one, but I still think he's definitely one of, if not the best. Thilthorpe, King, Darcy, and Larky are the best at the moment. Yeah, I still think Darcy's in a tier below those three. Actually, but then again, he's been really important in the Bulldogs games that he's played in this year. So maybe Darcy is also in that level. And I'm not saying Darcy's bad. I think if there's any player you want on your side right now, it's going to be Sam Darcy because he still has so much to get. Like, he's got still so much potential to reach. He's only going to get better. Jake Waterman could win a Coleman in the next few years. I don't think he will. I don't think he's going to get back to the levels he did in last year. And even then, that's not that's not really going to get you a Coleman. And even then, that's not really going to get you a Coleman. So I just needed to listen back.
Finding more space through the middle of the ground now this quarter.
What about Fogarty? Fogarty's good, but he's not like in that tier.
Collins just got the hand in. Looked like Philthorpe was going to mark it.
Fogarty's never going to win a Coleman medal.
Wants the runners. One was Jeffrey.
But he's a player that can like be a good second tier ruckman. Or like second forward. And maybe get the 50 goals a season.
Chance for Graham.
Best small forward in the comp. Ben Long's up. Not Ben Long, but I was just going to say because he was in the contest there. Oh, that bounce. Almost. Who is the best small forward in the comp right now? Thoughts on Sardal Hawley? I'm looking forward to watching him play in Gatherand, assuming he does play. Like, they're not going to drop him. Nick Watson. No, Nick Watson's not the best small forward. He's one of. Dylan Moore. Oh, who's had the best start of a season of a small forward? Because you'd probably have to say Jack Higgins almost. He's got the most goals. He's kicked 9 goals in 3 games. But people probably wouldn't even consider him as an option. Because they just underrate Saints. Oh, great pressure. Gold Coast. Like, if I told you Higgins was 3rd in the comment, you guys wouldn't believe that. But I'm pretty sure he still is. He was at the end of last round. He is. Equal 3rd. Paul Curtis is an option as well. He's one of my favourite players for North Melbourne. He's not the best, but he's had a great start. I'm expecting him to kick a few this game against the Swans later tonight. Under 160 is not looking good. That's fine. I don't have a bet on it, so it's not like I'm going to lose money. Oh, it took Miller, 101 fantasy. That's great for my draft. Rankin, good stuff. Great for my classic. Peeling. Kicks it to a contest. Riley, Thilthorpe, Collins. He's also been alright. I've been enjoying that matchup. Collins and Thilthorpe. Rioli, Miller. Again. Miller keeps running. Takes a 3rd bounce. High ball. Rogers was tackled without it. He'll get a free kick. 8 seconds. Yeah, that'll be it, I reckon. Let's just have a look. Dawson, 71. Rankin of 53. That's not what I was wanting. Well, we're set for a really big last quarter. You're right, Sports Nut. We're set for an awesome contest this last. Channel 7 with a near 2-hour delay. Channel 7 still broadcasting delayed games of footy in 2025? Really? Who the fuck's watching that if it's on the actual main Channel 7, like, channel? Well, this game's lived up to the hype. Do you think the Saints have a chance? Yes. If I didn't think we had a chance, I wouldn't be tipping them. I'm a little less confident now that Steele's out and also Butters is in, but sometimes players can be rushed into the lineup, and a lot of the Power fans feel like Butters probably was rushed a little bit. I think Jack Steele's a late out. Well, not late out, he just didn't get selected, so Stocker in, O'Connell out, obviously, because of the concussion. In Lockie Jones, Zach Butters, and Ollie Lord. So there's some decent ins. So you've got Soldo, Boak, and Cochrane out. So hopefully, best case scenario, Saints win. We score over 100, and Miraz gets like 120 fantasy. And Rosie gets 120 fantasy. And Horn France gets 120 fantasy or whatever. Like, but they still lose. But if Horn France and Rosie tears it up, I don't think we'll win. Can you make a video of going to each round 10 game? No, but what I can do is I could probably go through the stats once again and probably not hopefully show a goddamn ad. G'day, Sarah. What? Yeah, where's the AFL? What do you think of Sid Draper? I like him. Sub count's gone. I thought I said Miller had 100 fantasy. He only has 81. I think whatever ranking points is, that might just be Supercoach actually. 52-38. Shouldn't say quarter time. 52-38. Gold Coast. The way they play their footy, they do like to get a lot of repeat inside 50s. They're good at locking it in. Hitouts, Wits is winning the battle. Clearances, Adelaide have actually been on top there. What else am I going to look at? Oh, yeah. Is this the right time for it, or should I wait till afterwards? I'm just going to have a look at some of the gather-round games next week. Just to take a look at the best matchups. I think every game could be a good one. Adelaide Geelong has capabilities on the Thursday of being a really good one. Collingwood Sydney. What was the Friday game last night? Last year, sorry. It was Port Essendon. That was just always going to be crap. So we finally might get a good Friday night game. We have had back-to-back shit Thursday, Friday gather-round games. Surely this week we'll have one good one. Essendon Melbourne. Battle of the average, although I think Essendon win that. This has a possibility of it being a good game. This has a possibility of being... This has a... Like, think about that. All possibilities of being good games. Probably not this game, although who knows. Saints, Giants... I still think we could have a chance. Obviously, Port Hawthorn, everyone's going to be tuning into. You said depends if Essendon show up. Who's Essendon playing next? I just showed the fixture for next week. Melbourne. If Richmond win the, if Gold Coast win though, they have Richmond. They've got North and then Richmond, and then a home game against Sydney. So they could start 5 or 6-0. Sarah's nervous. That's fair. I'd be nervous too if I was in your position. Such a weird chair to move around. Matt always after the sign. Imagine that. That'd be so funny. He'd just give it to the Blues fans there as well. Best player in the league so far. I mean, I still think Nick Dacos, but he probably hasn't been the best player this year. Who has been consistently the best player? That's a question that you just... I think there's a one right answer for that. I think there's a few of candidates. No, not Will Day. It's all opinionated. So it's Laird that's been the sub as well. Well, maybe Sammy. I'm just pissed off still that they have the Adelaide game, then a Norwood game, then an Adelaide game. The moment I saw that on the fixture, I just knew there was something wrong with it. It just doesn't sit right for me. There was nothing wrong with the previous fixtures, so just... If it's not broke, you bloody don't fix it. No, I'm not Sarah. Probably not. Probably yes, I reckon, because they're Carlton fans. But it's a gather-round crowd, so who knows how many Carlton fans there will be. Row. Can Gold Coast start the last like they started the third with a quick goal? Oh, what a start. Who was that? Who actually kicked that? Who's number 29? Rogers, yeah, one of the new academy kids. Rogers to Rogers to Walter. That's the future right there for Gold Coast. Another strong start. Jed Walters kicked his third goal. Jake Rogers, that was, yeah. That was really exciting. Holy crap. Great kick as well. Didn't blaze away. It did look like he was about to play on. Oh. I reckon he did play on there. That would have been so stupid. With two Adelaide defenders right freaking there. Why would you do that? You know, I'm glad they didn't call it because for the sake of the game, you want to see players like Walter perform well and not get a chance like that taken away from him, but that was silly. If I was a Saints fan and that happened against the Saints, I'd be pissed. So Dawson now, driving inside 50. Taylor Walker flies, but I feel like Gold Coast, for the most part, have stood strong enough in the defence. Just hard sometimes when the kicks are so perfect to players like Fogarty and Thilthorpe. Yeah, I am, Greeny. Hopefully it's not a waste of a trip. Goalie, yeah, I don't know. It's too early to tell. You haven't seen all the candidates yet. Hopefully Saints player can win it this year. I mean, I don't think we'll have a Saints player getting the mark of the year because all of our high flyers are bloody out of the club. Ben Long's a high flyer. Membry can take a leap. Josh Battle's gone up and they're all gone. Kako mark of the year? Was it Kako that took that incredible mark in the TAC, in the NAB League last year? Was that him? Oh, no way. Adelaide have been stiffed over with a few calls in this game, I can't lie. Same with last year, last week, I think against North. Another, like, line ball 50 decision is paid against them. But, you know what? Just don't do it. Just don't freaking do it. The umpires are always going to pay those. They've been paying them this year, so you just don't do it. I'm not as pissed with that one. That's fair, like Lockie Weller. Tell you what, the Suns have been getting a lot of their goals from free kicks in this game. But they're starting to actually find the big six. They were 5-9 at half-time. They're now in 12-11. How many followers do I have now? We could check. You could just check my Instagram page. I'll have a look if you want. What are we on? Remember the end of last week we hit 7K. 7,088. No, my big call won't be hanging on. I can't see it just becoming an absolute stalemate with no goals, a heavily defensive game. I think it's going to start opening up a little bit more here because Adelaide now, they need a 3 goals, so they're probably going to score quickly. It's not going to be under 160 now. Well, Lockie, they probably go 5-0 if they win this game because they've got North Melbourne then Richmond. And that would also be 4 games away from home that they win in 5 because the North game is in the Barossa, the Richmond game is at Marvel. Like they have a really easy fixture. The AFL really want them to actually do something. I feel like that's why they're getting such an easy fixture. They had an easy fixture last year, still finished bottom 6, I think. Yeah, well, it almost will definitely be a lock. If the Suns win, they can definitely go 6-0. Yeah, because they got Sydney the week after. They should beat Sydney at home, I reckon. I'm not sure about Sydney. I don't know if they're going to be that great this year. So I kind of want the Suns to win. I'd rather them be more successful this year, but I also kind of want the Crows to do well. I did tip them to finish 6th this year. Which is not a bad call early on. Better than StatChat. This is a real test of maturity, I think, for Gold Coast as well. They're up by 3 goals. How do they just hold on to this lead for the rest of the game? Great ball movement again from the Crows. Walker from 55 out. Taylor Walker has kicked it from 55 metres out in the boundary line. And I think that's his 600th and 3rd for the game. And just like that, the Crows get a goal out of nothing. 650. Okay, 650, not 600. You'll like that, Sarah. The ways Adelaide have been getting their goals, though, they've been more promising, for sure. Once again, it's just skill. 50 out. Taylor Walker. Goes bang. Fogg, Thilthorpe and Tex all have 3. Mate, that's what you want from your key forwards, all contributing like that. 3, probably the best, I reckon the best trio in the league the Crows have in terms of key forwards. Who else can match that? I mean, Carlton, I know they have Mackay and Kerno, but Carlton can't even kick more than 50 nowadays. Thilthorpe could have kicked more as well. He had a few chances in the first quarter. Here we go. Crows. Dawson loses it. Maybe giving away a free there, although Humphrey's dragging the footy in. Yeah, if you want to become a member, you can just look in the description. There should be a link that allows you to click on one. Wits. Anderson held by Dawson. Still gets a kick away. Then Curvis. Well done. That's where you want to go on the inside. Sid Draper. High footy. Good stuff, Collins. Will it come back? It won't. It might, actually. Good work, Hinge. Scholl. Draper again. He's mature for his age. Inside 50. Numbers, and it's Thilthorpe. You just can't beat him. Even if you're a Sam Collins, who's been all right, you just cannot beat him in those one-on-ones. It's very hard. Why does Damien Hardwick always stand up when he's coaching? He's never sitting down. He's always, every time I see Dimmer, he's standing up looking pissed. I just said 4 goals too. Yeah, I know you did. Should have put bloody money on him to win the Coleman. Honestly, I'm sort of pissed that I did not. And look at that. As easy as you like. Great finish. And it's a 6-point margin. The Crows have responded with 2 of their big stars in Walker and Thilthorpe. 10 goals combined now for the 3 forwards. The triple-headed monster. Thorthorpe is so fucking good. And he's so young as well still. When did he get drafted? 2020, I think. I think he was in the first 5 picks. I can't remember exactly where he got selected, but he may have been a pick 2. He just doesn't get beaten. Very rarely he gets beaten. He's young but looks like a 50-year-old caveman. I know. What an entertaining game of footy this has been. It's been a lot of us momentum swings as well. And he's also like doing a hit out in the ruck as well. Soligo. Adelaide. They're pressing real hard here now. Suns under a bit of pressure. Jeffrey. Good work, Tex. Tex has been at his best. He's refound his 2023 form. Yeah, I was going to say, top 2 draft pick. You accidentally joined your tipping comp. Sounds like you did that. Sounds like it's a bad thing that you did that. What's so bad about joining my tipping comp? Why is Thorpe in the ruck, though? You'd rather in the forward line, wouldn't you? He's kicked 4. Like, I know O'Brien's their main ruckman, but who could they have instead of Thorpe? Probably not many. Bitters saying Crows for my tips. Your camera is not focused on you, but the background. Yeah, shit, you're right. There we go. Why did it do that? My camera's not the sort of camera to do that.
Well, you don't mind when Hinge is at 25, 16 of those kicks at 94%. So he's the one, he's the loose at the moment for the Adelaide Crows. And I don't mind losing this part to win it back in his
Still 13 minutes in this game. I wonder if any of the sides... I think certainly first to 100 wins this game, if there is a side that scores that. I think it's going to end in the high 90s. A lot of scraps, because a highly contested midfield, I feel. Oh, it could be ball. Yes, it is ball. Adelaide getting a very important free kick in front of their goals. Butterick has also gone into the room, so that's not good for Gold Coast fans. Lockie Murphy. Well, he's going with the shot. Don't know if this is within his capabilities. Probably. He's going for it. I'm sure he's capable. Missing. Yeah, people think there could be a draw coming on the cards, potentially. Still think it's obviously a rarity for that to be the case, even in the position this game's at right now. Oh, that could be 50. Oh, no, actually, no, it couldn't. Rioli's just shouldn't have flopped. The members thing updated. Did it? I think if you reach like 6 months, it updates. Or 3 months. Or both. Back to Rioli. Rioli, I think this is definitely... I think Rioli and Noble, off halfback in Gold Coast, they're just going to be one of the more deadly duos in the comp. Kind of like what Sinclair and Nasai Wang and Miller are at Marvel. Maybe not as good as those two. Big calls now finished. It is finished. What was it? Like 180? It's 181 right now. Slow. This has been from the Suns. Slow. Oh, almost. Thilthorpe's everywhere. He's now bloody down back. What the hell? You tip the Saints. Hopefully you get your tip right. There's Murphy again.
The Adelaide forwards now a long way from home. There are two of them.
Oh, Fogarty.
In that contest, that's a big win.
I guess they can afford that because they've got 3 keys. So if Fogarty or Thilthorpe moves up the ground, then you've got one of Walker or whoever else to be that target when you go inside 50. Harbour needs to put all of his heavy players through the middle. Are you going to North v Sydney? Yeah, I've said that a few times this stream. Everyone's asking.
Winston Thilthorpe. Dawson's had a big second half.
Yeah, Dawson has had a big second half.
Almost away, but well done. Cut off from there, Curvis.
Yeah, Curvis. Walker almost beats Andrew. He'll get the... He spins around 2. Great smother. Who was that? Was that Joel Jeffrey? It was. Mac Andrews hard on himself there, but they didn't concede. A goal-saving smother. He probably is the best player, but I think Rankin might end up being better. Or even Thilthorpe's probably almost their best player with how good he's been. Today he's been their best.
Getting some big numbers in this fourth quarter. And there's another let off.
I think Adelaide have given away a free there.
The free kick. Humphrey.
King is microwaved.
Along the boundary line. One of them Miller.
Took Miller. I'll try to do my punishment today, sports fan. I'll try.
Understanding the situation, using a bit of experience. Just taking a bit of time.
Miller go
Allowing his defence
long down the line. Gold Coast have the numbers. If they can get it out, they are away. Rogers loves the snap. And he finds Long. He falls to the ground. He drops it. But good tackle. Rao gets it to King. King gets it to Graham. And the Suns. Very important goal. Just breaking away from the Crows there. I didn't know who 26 was, so I just had to wait for the commentator to go, oh, that's Will Graham. What a game. This has been a beauty of a contest.
So that was the free kick against Hinge. That was the critical win. And then just
Matt Rao, he really willed his way to get that footy. Because Ben Long probably should have marked that. He didn't, but then he got his hand out. And then Keane fell to ground. King found Will Graham. And Graham walked into an open goal. And that is a very important goal for the Gold Coast. That could be the goal that changes things, potentially. He's got the Cars song as well. Timmy, are you really putting the game over emoji in the chat when there's over 9 minutes to go? It'll be a long quarter.
it's been an enthralling contest.
And Dawson wins the footy first, but Anderson steals it. Anderson kicks off the ground. Can't mark.
Rogers lurking, Flanders.
Rogers. Rao. Anderson goes for home from the 50. Noah Anderson misses. It's an even 2-goal margin. If any team can win, it's Adelaide. It's... Yeah, well, in terms of like being able to win from this position, yes, they can. Even when they seem out, they can find something, find a bit of magic, and they can get a couple quick ones. They're like that, the Crows. Not tonight, Scabbers.
Wrestle all day. Wits has taken the honours against O'Brien. Happy to keep it wide. And happy to go to
We are throwing Gold Coast end with an 8-22.
That's been another good contest. It's been the matchup with some of the bigs today has been
You're in Thailand.
positive for both teams.
Yeah, next goal is huge because the time's going to start becoming a factor for Adelaide, especially if Gold Coast get the next. I think they can probably do enough because Adelaide, have they hit the lead yet? This, not half, but this quarter.
purchase on that clearance win.
Powell keeps it in. Collins handballs it to a one-on-one and the ball goes out.
Pick the handball and get another throw in right in front of the change gates.
Yeah, AL, I don't think any sides are going to lose many followers. I think we're pretty sold on both teams. I think we've both come to expect these sides are going to be good this year from the start, and this has proven it. Good contest. Dawson. Adelaide still could win this. There'll be a free kick, I think, a push to Sid Draper. Is that, I think, or was that Daniel Curtin? I couldn't see. It's Curtin. I keep forgetting. Curtin's number 6. Gets the 1-2 away. Dances around. Kicks to the pocket. Isaac Cumming. He's probably not going to go for home. He's going to find it. And Tex. Great running. Leading in, leading out. He's experienced. And he's going to line up for goal number 4. Taylor Walker. The man that AFL Goat HQ thought retired. Absolute idiot. Probably kicks this as well, and he does. Absolute star. He still is. How old is he? Aging like fine wine. He's like bloody 34 now. 33. Taylor Walker. Maybe a racist, but he's a good footballer. Why wouldn't they give him another year? Like, if he's performing like this, just keep him there for as long as they need. So 3 goals apiece in this final quarter. 7 to go. Jordan Dawson has started to really rise in this game. He's on 27 disposals and has moved to 104 AFL fantasy points. That is exactly what I was asking. Easily game of the year, this. I mean, let's just wait out the last 7 minutes. But so far, it's probably been definitely. It's not probably. It's definitely been in the conversation of game of the year. Yeah, I think that probably, yeah, it's going to finish in the high 90s, I'm going to say. Is that Saligo? Jeez, RIP to any that missed this game because this has been a thriller. Saligo gets it out. Dawson winning the footy again. Slips over though. Oh, he gets the handball away, but it's going to go to a Gold Coast player. Rioli, I think that was. Drop mark. 6:30 on the clock. There's a reason why I decided to stream that Texas not racist, just dopey and adamant. Maybe. He said something racist. Does that mean he's a racist person? Hopefully not. Yeah, Blues Tigers. But, like, I feel like this game has just been really good because it's been very even the whole game. Each side has had their moments, but it's just 2 quality sides battling against each other. It really has been. And whoever wins this is going to have so much more belief because, A, they're going to stay undefeated. As Jed Walter takes a really strong mark. Wow. This guy's going to be a star as well. Just charge your battery, Finn. It's a hard shot, but I can probably see him kick there. He's missed it. So, Mark Keane. Collins can't win it. Neil Bullen, who's been quieter than some of the other maybe Adelaide home games I've been watching. No, I don't think it'd be the game-winning point. Adelaide are easily capable of scoring real quickly as well. Still over 5 minutes remaining. Oh, here we go. Rankin. Oh, falls into the hands of Jeffrey. Slips over though. Another free kick. That's like the third or fourth free kick against Isaac Rankin. I feel like Joel Jeffrey's actually been pretty solid. No, I'm not doing a Kahuta after, sorry. Good tackle, Rioli. Oh, but he loses it. Didn't get the free kick. Soligo has the footy now. And the Crows are steaming towards the forward 50. Walker, not the best kick. There are one-on-ones everywhere. Drop mark from Hewland. Keys goes to ground. Kicks it away. Thilthorpe. He's got 5. He's got 5, ladies and gentlemen. It's 91-90. Riley Thilthorpe could be the match winner. Is that the first goal he's kicked from a non-set shot? Keys did well to just get a kick away. And then that's just an unlucky... Bit of an unlucky... Actually, no, that's smart from Thilthorpe. That tap on. Unlucky if you Sam Collins. Because he hasn't even been that shit. Collins. Game of the year. Yeah, it is. It's definitely game of the year. The goal punch, Tully. It's like the... not really like Tim Cahill's corner flag punch celebration, but still. Think about it as well, like 5 goals against a solid defender who hasn't even played that bad of a game. If Thilthorpe has a really good matchup against like a Richmond, he could kick like an 8 or 9 if he wanted to. I think he's going to kick 8 goals or more this year in a game. 4 minutes to go. And Adelaide are not looking to slow the game down. They do need to score, obviously. They're down by a point. Neil Bullen's running onto it here. Neil Bullen keeps running. Jeffrey with a good tackle. He's been really good with his tackling pressure in this game. And we'll get another free. Anderson. There's no way Gold Coast is going to save the game here. There's only 1 point in it. 1 turnover and you're bloody screwed. Dan Rioli, who has also been very instrumental. I've already praised him enough in this game. He kicks it down the line. Dawson can't find the mark and Powell hammers it over and they're out here. The Suns. Ben Long, if he can collect the ball, he can kick it inside 50. There are one-on-ones everywhere. It's going to fall into the path of nobody. Miller. Good work, Soligo. Kicks it and he finds a target in Rankin and they're out, the Crows. They're out. Ben Keys. Anderson has to hold up there. So does Keys. Now he kicks it. He gets his kick away. Who's there? Where's Thilthorpe? Coming. Can't get rid of it. Strong tackle, Rioli. 2:33 in the Adelaide forward 50. What an intense game of footy this is. O'Brien. Good tackle. Will Powell taps it out of there. Is that Rowell? Dawson goes up. Good luck marking it, honestly. Rioli, good work. He's been calm with his disposal. One plays 90. Suns find a goal here. I think that might be enough. Oh, I reckon. It's going to be hard to score. Well, to win, you've got to kick 2 goals if Gold Coast kick the next year. So I think it's probably almost beyond their reach. I don't want to draw. I mean, at the end of the day, though, then it means that these sides are undefeated still. The game in a way deserves a draw, but it also deserves a winner. Rankin! Is that not a mark? How is that not a... Oh, geez, that's stiff. I thought he had enough control of that. I thought after the impact with Collins, that is what caused the ball to be spilt. And Gold Coast have given... well, not Gold Coast. Adelaide have given away a free kick there. Well, you're the idiot for spelling in wrong, mate. So Humphreys on the wing. Great smother. Peeling. Get around with that. A minute to go. You still spelt idiots. You spelt idiots wrong as well. Who's going to win the very important centre clear... Or not the centre, it's the stoppage clearance. It's Adelaide. Peatling. Steps around 2. Goes long. Who's there? Thilthorpe. He's given away a free, I think. He's gone from 0 to 0. He threw away Collins there. Oh, look at McAndrew.
That's the right call. He did throw him around, had the arm around the torso. Just see here, comes in long, deep, throws him out the right.
33 seconds to go. Who's going to be the hero for Adelaide? They've probably got one more chance here. Curtin. Look how... Dawson. Oh my God. Oh my God. Who's going to mark it? Thilthorpe. It's going to go out. It'll go out. It doesn't go out. That actually doesn't go out. Adelaide are probably not going to win it now. Somehow that stayed in. Jeez, great spoil, McAndrew. He's a match saver almost. Finn, I don't think they're going to win now. The only way, honestly, a quick kick and a mark or a 50 metres. There's 4 seconds on the clock and they haven't got it in their 50. No, it won't be perfect. What a win. What a game. What a game of footy. What a game of footy. Game of the round. Game of the year. Lived up to all the hype. Gold Coast win it by a point. Unbelievable game of footy. So glad I actually tuned into this one. Well worth it. There's a bit of a tussle going on. It's been broken up. I need the Suns to make the 8. Well, the Suns are... It's good for my tip as well, actually, yeah. Just holding on. Thilthorpe is fired up, but you can't forget about how invaluable he was for the Crows in this game. 5 goals and provided all the work in the ruck as well. The Div Top Animals, I think they lost. Do you reckon Rankin should have been paid the mark? No, it was a fair decision. I don't think he actually held on to it. Like, when I first saw the contest, I thought Collins pushed him and he should have gotten the free kick, or he held on to it for long enough, but he probably didn't, so it's fair. Let's play on. everyone will be saying robbery. Well, it's certainly game of the year. You can't disagree with that. Were the Crows robbed? Probably. Some people are going to say they were. Holy fuck. Oi, look at Dan Does Footy's latest Instagram post. Look at the level of security now at the MCG. Look at this shit. If you can see it, you probably can't. You know what? I'll just show it on the screen. 24 free kicks to 14. Yeah, Gold Coast got the better end of the stick for sure, the umpiring. So I think Adelaide almost were... I don't know, they feel like they moved the ball better. And to me, look more of a serious threat despite Gold Coast winning. Even though, yeah, like I still think Adelaide probably proved a little bit more that game. But Gold Coast hang on, so... it's also a solid win for them. I'm going to show you guys this. This is crazy. Yeah, I know there was a gun. Everyone knows that. Look. Look at the queues to get in the ground. For Richmond v Brisbane, of all games. Like, this isn't a final and they're queuing up for MCC. It's going out so far. Like, what the fuck? It's the security guard's fault, probably. Yeah. Well, that's also just don't bring a gun to the footy. Were the Suns robbed? Sorry, were the Crows robbed? I just had to look at that replay again. It looked like maybe he did control it for long enough, but it's just it's a 50-50 call, I feel. I'm going to post that on TikTok, actually. I'm going to post it on TikTok right now. Good idea. Alrighty, chat. I will be back soon. Actually, no, I won't be back soon. I will be... When will I next be live? I'm going to do a pre-game gather-round, like a night before gather-round stream, I reckon. Maybe tomorrow or Monday I'll do an IRL stream in Adelaide. And I'll get Georgia in it as well. But otherwise, I'll leave it there. So thank you all for watching. And were the Crows robbed? I don't know. Alright, see you guys. Cheers.